with this like this. It is called as bit depth, and when they say bit depth as 24, what they are saying is red, green, and blue together is going to have 24. That means 888 for each of them. So this file, this kind of file, is what is called as JPEG, JPG. This is a standard, a picture group standard, Joint Picture Expert Group. That is the name of the committee, international committee. So these guys are the ones who decide what is JPEG standard, and everybody uses JPEG standard these days for most of the image representations that we use. Very few places we use anything other than JPEG. So now let's understand why JPEG is required. Let's understand why JPEG is required. So I have an image of this size. What is the size of my image? 138 by 199 pixels. 138 by 199 pixels. That is the size of my image. Okay. Each pixel is 24 bits. Each pixel is 24 bits. Let's say I take 24 bits and I convert this into bytes. How many bytes is 24 bits going to be? How many bytes is 24 bits going to be?
3.
1 byte is how many bits?
8.
8 bits. Say it loudly. Say it loudly. 1 byte is 8 bits. So 24 bits is going to be how many bytes? 8 divided by 24 divided by 8. How much?
3.
3 bytes. That's all. So there are 3 bytes for each pixel. So each pixel you need 3 bytes. Then for 138 by 199 pixels, 138 by 199 pixels, you are going to have 138 by 199 by 3. This is the number of bytes you are going to have. Can you calculate this and tell me the number?
82K.
82,386.
82,386. That many number of bytes. Okay, 82,386 bytes are there. Now, how do I convert bytes to kilobytes? One kilobyte is how many bytes? Answer, anyone? 1 kilobyte will be how many bytes?
1024 bytes.
Oh, very good. 1024 bytes. Why 1024? Why 1024?
Standard value, sir.
1024 is
2 to the power of 10.
2 to the power of 10. Check it. Put it in your calculator. Check it. 1024 is
Yes,
2 to the power of 10.
Yes, sir.
Done. So that is why it is 1 kilobyte. So every 2 to the power of 10, it will go up by 1000 factor. 1024, but it's actually 1000, no? So that is why they are calling it as kilo, to a factor of 10. Next, if you take 1 megabyte is going to be 1024 kilobytes, which is nothing but 2 to the power of 10 kilobytes. What is the next one after mega? Gigabyte. 1 gigabyte is nothing but 2 to the power of 10 megabytes. So this conversion, let's apply to this. What is the size of this image then? 82386 divided by 1024. What is the value? What is the value?
80.45.
80.45 kilobytes. That is what we have got. We have got the value is 80.45 kilobytes. This is the size of the image that we have just represented. What is the dimension of the image? 138 by 199, 24-bit depth. Okay. So for that image, the size is supposed to be 80.45 according to our calculation. Let's see what is the size of the image actually then. What is the actual size of image? What is he saying?
8.14 MB.
8.14 MB. He is saying the image size is only 8. Not even MB, it is again KB. 8.14 kilobytes. Let me show it to you again. Let's not miss that out. Very, very important. What is he saying the size is? 8.14 kilobytes. He's very clearly telling 8336 bytes. 8336 bytes. So he is saying it is only so much. It is 8.14 kilobytes and it is smaller by 10 times. It is smaller by 10 times. It became smaller by 10 times because we are using what is called as JPEG. Now this fellow is what is called as the raw image, an uncompressed image. Raw image is what we call as the uncompressed image. So you take this image, you put it through JPEG or JPG, whatever you want to call it. Okay, this is called as a compression engine. It's a compression algorithm, and what you get finally is a file with .jpg extension. So this is a compressed image, and we are seeing the sample of an image which is compressed by nearly a factor of 10 times when you put it through JPEG compression. The actual image, if it were this dimension, would have been 80 kilobytes, but the JPEG compressed image is coming to 8.8 kilobyte. Actual image was 80 kilobyte. So why do you need compression? Can you tell me now? Why do you need compression?
Sir, to reduce the storage, sir.
Reduce the storage. Very simple. I am looking at an image which is only so much, which is only 138 by 199 kilo. Now, if you take an image in your phone, and see the size will be very, very high. It will be something like around 4000 by 5000 or something like that. So when you take such a huge image, the image size will also go very high. It will, when you check the frame, when you check the size of one frame, you will get something like around 40 to 80 MB. Photographs usually uncompressed. When you take one photograph, it will come in a phone. It will come from 40 to 80 MB nearly in the common phones that we have now. But the compressed image, even if you take it from a 64 MP cam, it will come to around 10 MB or 14 MB. So depending on how much compression is possible, it will reduce the size, and that compression happens inside. The compression happens inside the DSP processor. The compression happens inside the DSP processor. So once you have the raw image and you have to do compression on that, that job is being done by the DSP processor that comes into play here. In the case of your camera, it is being done by a DSP processor. Okay. Now, but for even the raw image to come, remember that the raw image is also a digital image, and this is also a digital image. Both of them are digital images. They are discrete images. There is a pixel in them. Even in the raw image is the image that was of this size, this many number of pixels, this much bytes, uncompressed. That was the raw image. And once you do the compression, you got this. But where did the raw image come from? The raw image came from the sensor for us. So whenever the sensor captures an image, the input that comes into the sensor, is actually the analog input that it is going to be exposed to. That analog image is converted into a digital image by the sensor, and the sensor gives this digital image into the JPEG compression algorithm, and that is compressed by the processor to a digital image. This is how digital image capturing and processing happens in most of our phones and digital cameras as well. Now, I have shown you only one algorithm, one aspect of the processing that is carried out by the processor. In addition to this, all the other aspects are actually done.